So the next thing to happen on NXT No Mercy, we get to the next match of the night. It was Jordynne Grace versus Blake Monroe in a weaponized steel cage match. So yeah, we get to the steel cage match. In this match, it was a pretty damn good one. Both of these women was beating the hell out of each other, going back and forth and everything. They brought in a lot of weapons, trash cans, tables, steel chairs, even diamonds was in this match. And yeah, they were slamming each other on diamonds in this one. That's what Blake Monroe introduced in this match. At one point, we actually see Jordynne Grace zip-tied to the ropes, and then Blake Monroe pull out a pair of scissors and starts cutting Jordynne Grace's hair off, like a good bit of it. And yeah, that's what happened there. And Jordynne Grace starts beating the hell out of Blake Monroe after that. And yeah, it was just back and forth and everything. But then both women ended up on top of the steel cage because it was a table set up, and both women was going at it on top of the steel cage, slapping the hell out of each other and everything. But then we see Jordynne Grace managing to grab a crowbar, and it looks like she was about to hit Blake Monroe with that crowbar, but then Blake Monroe threw like dust or powder into Jordynne Grace's face, and then Jordynne Grace pretty much was like, she kind of got off the steel cage but still on the top turnbuckle. So yeah, she was still up there, and then she was grabbing on a Blake Monroe, and Blake Monroe looked like she was trying to hit like a power bomb or power driver off the top turnbuckle through the table, but Jordynne Grace continued fighting on. She manages to pick up Blake Monroe up on her shoulders, and she pretty much hits white noise off the top turnbuckle onto Blake Monroe through the table. The avalanche white noise at that, pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Jordynne Grace defeated Blake Monroe tonight in the weaponized steel cage match. That's what happened there. Pretty great match though. For that match, I'll give it 4 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, Jordynne Grace picked up the win over Blake Monroe, and it looks like this feud between Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace is now over. So yeah, that's what happened there. Great weaponized steel cage match right there at No Mercy. But yeah, actually before that match, we did see like a backstage segment, but this happened on NXT where we've seen Joe Hendry getting interviewed, and then Dark State interrupting him, and Dark State was pretty much telling him that if he gets in their way, they're going to take him out as well. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, still a lot more stuff to come later on tonight on NXT No Mercy. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Till then.